The enemy in your relationship, or even if you're single, the enemy isn't the problems that you're facing. It's not the opposite sex. It's you. The enemy is you. The enemy of you is yourself. Just let this sink in for a little bit. Just pause for a second. It's almost like if you're trying to get to the other side of a cliff, of a valley, kind of. Is it the valley's fault that the other side of the opposite cliff is like across the trench? That's fault? It's too hard, it's too scary? Well, it's true, sure. But the real enemy is just kind of ourselves in that moment. We could build a bridge to get across, or find some other way, some other route. Now, when you hear that little analogy, I just pulled that one out of my brain. And you might think to yourself, oh, that's the other partner's responsibility. That's their responsibility. Why is it all on me? They should be the ones to try and figure out how to get to my side. But that's the thing. It's not your job to get them to your side necessarily. It's your job to get across. It's like if you are struggling to learn guitar or learning how to play a video game and beating a boss, or if you're struggling how to learn how to drive a car, it's like, is it really the car's fault? Is it really the video game's fault for being too hard? Is it the instrument and the language of the musical instrument for being too hard? Is it the language's fault that it's so hard? Or is the enemy really just you? And not even you specifically in the sense, but all the mental gymnastics that spawn in the spark of some type of friction. So if you had to cross that cliff, that valley, that trench to get to the other side, it's not even the fact that, we're paying attention to the other side, because getting to the other side is not the problem. Trying to find another way around the cliff is not the problem. It's like the thing that is our enemy is whatever prevents us from constructing that bridge. Whatever prevents us from seeing the opportunity, whatever prevents us from creating the bridge, whatever prevents us from seeing things in the opposite way. So if our default thoughts are constantly thinking about, like, oh, there's no way across this bridge is too hard, why are those the predominant thoughts that pop up? Why? Why are they the default thoughts? That is your enemy. And if they come by the truckloads, of course you're not going to get building a bridge, right? You're not going to be doing it. That's your enemy. Your default position, where those thoughts are the default, the predominant thoughts that spawn, those are the default ones that come up. Why are they the default ones that come up? That is the problem. And so this is why I talk about like changing the image. We need to somehow change the image. I have been practicing my own certain ways more deliberately, but we just know that this is the goal. We need to change those predominant thoughts. So whenever someone, like earlier tonight, I was traversing through a sort of a back street alleyway where there might be some really, like, I thought there might have been clubs around the area, but it's actually just restaurants. And this bouncer guy comes up to me and says, "You're not allowed to bring water." And I was a little bit dumbfounded by that because I felt threatened by that. I felt all these intense emotions, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, there's like 2 or 3 options. Option 1, I obey and just drink the water and not bring water in with me to the restaurant. Or B, I give up and leave. Or 3, I return later. But the thing is, it's like, in my head, I felt threatened by this guy because I could foresee the repercussions if I didn't adhere to him. Because I got a little bit of an ego there. It's like no one tells me what to do, in that sense. I can bring water with me or whatever I want. There's nothing wrong with having water on you. Like, I'm dead set serious. He was like saying, no, you're not allowed to bring water into the restaurant. And I'm like, it's just half a bottle of water, whatever. And sure, it's not really a big deal. But that's the funny thing as well. Like, I could foresee the repercussions. It's like, what if I chose to bring the water into the restaurant with me anyway? What are you going to do? Call the cops on me? Bash me? I mean, basically, that's kind of like one of the reasons I just decided to leave, because of like, there was this threat. Now, this is the feeling that you probably might feel whenever some other challenge comes up. So whenever a challenge comes up, like you might have the foresight to see repercussions, and these repercussions, you feel threatened by them. And so if you need to build a bridge to get to the opposite side of that trench, the thing that might prevent you is because a trigger like that